Hello, I'm Karchung Dorji, DE candidate first year of Paro College of Education, and I'm here to present my first assignment on EDN102 child development on creation of toy or game. I have my new game which is called Words on Wheels, and I prefer calling it in short as WOW game, WOW. This game is mainly focused to the children ranging from 6 to 12 years of age, and at present this game can be played by 3 children at a time sitting together. And to name some of the different parts of my game, this is the wheel of learning. This is called the wheel of learning, and this wheel of learning is being made by using the old toy tire of children, and inside this tire I have used an old worn out steel plate, so that this can support the whole wheel of this game. In general, the whole shape is being supported by this stand which is being made out of wood, and in fact these woods are being used from some of the old and broken furnitures that we have found out from our school campus. If you look here, this is called the game board, or we also call it as WOW board, and this is the place where the actual show is going to happen among the children. So this game board or the WOW board is made out of cartoon box, and the colorful circular objects that you see around here are all made out of spoiled CDs which I have collected from around our campus and from my neighbors. Then here I have 3 different animal toys, and these toys are going to be used on this game board as a counter for the children to place as they go on with this wheel onwards. Okay, so now let me tell you how we can play this whole set of game. So as I said earlier, that this game is going to be played by 3 children sitting at a time. So for instance, if I am the first child to play this game, I go to this wheel of learning, and here this wheel of learning is being divided into 3 different parts. We have the blue part, red part, as well as the yellow part. So I'm going to spin this wheel, and as it starts spinning, there is a pointer here, and when the wheel stops, the pointer points to one section of the color. So for instance, I turn the wheel and it stops at blue. So what I do is I take my counter, that is the animal, and then on the game board there is the starting point here, which starts from here, and there is the arrow which shows the track of this game. So my blue is at the first, so this is where I am going to place my counter. So here I am with my first step. So likewise the next child continues. The next child comes to the wheel of learning, and he or she again turns the wheel, and wherever the pointer points to the section of the color, the child has to place the counter. So right now you can see that the pointer has again pointed to the blue, and there on the game board the earlier child has already placed his or her counter there. So what happens is now the second child who gets who places that blue, when she places his counter on that blue part, the earlier child has to step back his or her counter, and this way the third child continues. So when the third child turns, okay, now it is on red. You can see that the pointer has pointed to red. The third child gets his chance to put the counter on red. So the idea here is every child takes his or her turn again and again till they reach to the final destination here. But the rule out here is that whenever they come to a section where a counter is already there, that earlier child has to always step back so that it creates a new space for the new counter that reaches to that section. And the other rule here is that in this game board we have two different areas. One is here and one is out here, and we call these two zone as check zone. So whenever a child reaches to this check zone, they need to take out a word from this box, which is the word box, and from there they'll get a word and they need to read that word correctly. If he or she reads that word correctly, then the child can again step one more step forward so that they move towards their destination. But if they fail to read it correctly, what happens is that the child has to go back to the starting point and again restart once more. So for instance, if the child escapes that check zone, then I think that they are lucky, and then they do not have to actually put their hands inside this word box. So basically this is how the game is going to end, and the one who reaches the end point earliest will be declared as the winner of this words on wheels. So by playing this game, I can feel that the children can get a lot of moral values, like when they work in group, they are given the chance to respect each other's views, then work as a team so that the game goes on smoothly, and it also can provide a possibility of teaching the student of being honest, like especially when they put their hands in this word box, they need to honestly pick up the word and then need to pronounce it correctly when they play on their own. So as Vygotsky believes that the way children experience through social interaction are very influential in their cognitive development, I believe that this game can give them a lot of opportunity for them to interact and then learn from each other for their cognitive development. And as said, as believed by Piaget, this can be discovery learning for them, where they can sit together and learn on their own, rather than always listening from their teachers in the classroom. So I think that this game can be though right now it is focused on some of the English words, it can be related to integrated in other subjects like maths, Dzongkha, then other like social studies and all. Depending on the age group, it can be played by almost all the children. At last, finally, I would like to conclude that by playing this game, children are given a lot of opportunity in developing their physical, then their social, emotional, and then their cognitive, as well as the language development, where they need to talk a lot while playing this simple game. So lastly, I would like to tell that learning is not just about reading and writing. It is about creating an environment for our children to explore and then exploit their concealed intelligence. Thank you very much.